The Wild Robot, top tier kids movie, man. That's what we got. That's what we got there. Up there with Up and all that. Look, starts off with a little flash. You don't really know what's going on. It just looks destructive. I thought the world ended or something like that, and a robot landed on the island, and there was animals on the island. But robot get up on the island trying to help people, looking for a person to give it a task. All the animals is messing with him, or they scared of him, whatever. He can't understand none of the animals, so he's like, "Yo, it's obviously a language barrier. We need to fix it." Sits down, just sits down, analyzes all the languages that the animals are speaking. Amazing already. So you start to see subtitles, and then you see letters come in there in English or whatever, and then it jumps from gibberish to like words, and I'm like, oh, this is good. This is good. So animals, two things wrong. All right, that's it. I mean, little things, but it's like two small things. Once he speak the language of the animals, you see that all the animals speak all the languages of the other animals. It should not work like that. But whatever, we'll leave that alone, and we'll go to him trying to save the animals once he understand them. They still not really trying to be around him or whatever, but man, you just see the circle of life. He try to save this animal get eat by this animal, by that animal, that animal, that animal, whatever. So then I think he falls on to something, right? And then there's like, he sees a broken egg, and then he sees like an egg with a being in it. So his job is to keep that egg safe. Then he meet the fox. Fox keeps trying to eat the egg. He's like, I need to save the egg. So he end up talking to the fox. The fox ends up finessing him because it's a fox, and Fox gets him to help him get food and all this stuff. The egg hatch. So then he's like, all right. The fox is like, yo, Fox really trying to eat the goose. But eventually he's like, nah, I gotta keep the goose safe, blah blah. So Fox ends up trying to really telling him how to, kind of raise him, whatever. So the robot think he need to feed him, teach him to swim, and teach him to fly. That's kind of the point of the movie. So I don't. Jesus Christ, it's so basic, and then it just goes into so much more. So you got him teaching the robot to, I mean, teaching the goose to swim, but he's trying to teach him to swim like a human being. None of the other animals really like the robot. They all scared of the robot or think it's there to like kill him. They don't realize he's there to help. Even when he start to speak their language, they still like, yo, we gotta get rid of him, or we just gotta stay away from him. So end up trying to teach the goose how to swim. Then the goose see other goose like mid movie, and he like, oh, they look like me. Try to talk to them, but nobody really want to deal with the goose because the goose is like small. It's like a small goose or whatever. So they don't think he could fly, he can migrate or whatever. But he got to migrate because the winter's coming, and he got to be able to fly off the island before the winter comes. So that's why they trying to get him to learn to fly. But none of the other geese is messing with him. So he's like, yo, what we doing? Like, what we doing? So then the other goose is like, yo, man, that robot killed your mom anyway. So when you find out that the he crashed on the brothers and sisters and the mom or whatever, killed them and then took care of them. I don't think the robot knew it did that because I ain't really know, but maybe the robot did know because he was like, yeah, it was an accident, blah, blah, blah. So little goose is mad. He by himself, and the fox is like, yo, we still got to teach him to fly. He gonna die over the winter. And he ain't really got no other option. So they go teach him to fly. The robot like gradually gets feelings throughout the movie, which you knew was gonna happen, but just the way it happens is good. And he don't really realize it until like later in the movie. He's still trying to like get back to a factory, get back home. Then he finds out like it was a typhoon. I guess he was on a ship, and the typhoon sent like 6 of the robots off or whatever like that. So he trying to get back, but he want to finish his task first, which is getting the goose to fly. And the goose is like, nah, I'm not getting your task, but it's like a growing love story, man. The fox end up really liking the robot, really liking the goose and all that, and it's kind of just them. Then next thing you know, he gets to fly off. Like he don't like none of the other birds, but they teach him how to fly. You know, through rigorous training. And one the leader of the goose, he sees it. He's like, "Yo, man, like I commend you. Like you, everybody been thinking you this, but you really been out here trying to get him, you know, to be up out of here, or whatever." So Goose kind of flew off. It wasn't like a real goodbye, and I didn't think he was gonna get back because it's like a whole migration time period is gonna come. But then the movie extends, and it's like, all right, he's gone, but the winter's still here, and it's like a bad winter. So Robot goes and finds the fox. Fox is like, yo, it's real bad out here, like real bad. Like he's like, it's cold as hell, like. So he's like, man, the robot's like, well, are the animals in trouble? And the fox, he's like, man, we could just let them all die because then the island gonna be empty. And the robot's like, nah. So they go put all the animals in the den, in the fox den. Them animals' instincts is kicking in. They going to hell in there. They going to hell to fight each other in that zone. But then the fox and one other animal and the robot, because the robot's damn near about to power down because he's driven by the sunlight, but it's all that fucking snow. Yeah. So he's about to power down. And he's like, yo, I just need a truce. And the fox is like, yo, y'all don't like none of us. We don't like y'all. Well, I don't like y'all. Robot kind of don't. But he's like, but we still got y'all out. Y'all alive because we got y'all here. So the robot's like, yo, just give me a truce. A truce while y'all in here. So I'm like, all right. So they will go back to like eating each other because they all eat each other. So and then the geese come. The geese get back. They get brought. They fly through randomly the robot center. See other robots. Robots try to destroy them because they're like a contamination to the little robot area, whatever. They get out of there. The main geese dies, but the geese that he trained ends up leading him because he's the only one not scared of the robots because he grew up with the robots with the robot. So goes back. Don't see his robot because his robot was like he found his own kind. So use the little transmitter. About to leave. One of the robots like, yo, we found you. Well, he used a transmitter, turned it off, but then they still found him later and was like, yo, we got to see what you learned through all of this because you done overridden your code. You speaking animal. Like, we got to take you back and see what's up. So he sees the goose and the fox. No, the fox finds him. And the goose is like, yo, I gotta tell you something, man. So he's like, yo, I gotta go. I gotta talk to such and such, whatever. So he leaves, and then the robot that came to get him was on a ship, and he like, nah, you coming with us. It sends off all the little evil robots. So the whole forest go to war against them robots, whooping them robots. Then the robot, you know, they end up getting the robot and setting the whole damn woods on fire. They find this beaver that been biting this huge tree to help him finally get down that tree to cause like all the water to overflow and make a dam and cut the fire out. All the geese get led by the goose that they didn't like. Take him to the plane. I mean to the jet. Break through the jet. Save him. But his memory got. It's like they powered him off and took his memories or something. But he had like heart. The robot had like an actual, I guess, heart now that powered him back on. So he heard the goose say, you know, I love you while he was powered down. He came back powered up, killed the little robot in there, the bad robot that wanted to get all the information. Man, they get back down. Robot's like, yo, man, they gonna keep coming. I gotta slide. So I gotta just go back, man. Like, y'all gonna be safe. Y'all can rebuild it. So this is the second problem. If all them animals is friends now, what they gonna eat? What are they going to eat now? Grass? The bear is like, yo, man, me and you cool. Like, who gonna eat what now that it's all happy family? But nah, man, everybody ready to team up for the robot. The robot slides. Finally, the robot's like, yeah, they gonna keep coming. So the robot goes back and just doing robot tasks in the grass, like, whatever. I don't know what it was doing, but then the goose snuck in that zone again at the end, sees him, give him a hug, and that's the end of the movie. Top tier movie though, like top tier. Everything about that story good, except them two things. But whatever, ignore them. That movie is great. That movie is as good as Up, as good as Toy Story, as good as How to Train Your Dragon, as good as original Inside Out. Like, it's up there, man. It's up there. I want to know what y'all think about it after y'all see it, man. Like, how y'all feeling about it, man? Where y'all rating this at? I give this a 9. Give it 9 out of 10 because y'all wasn't gonna explain to me how these animals was gonna survive after all becoming friends like that. But yeah, man, the Wild Robot. It's good, man. It's got too much good stuff in there.